Hi there, this is Tony from pianotone.ca, and this is my 5th video on the piano training app flowkey. In this video, I'm going to be looking at the content in playing with both hands and intermediate piano playing. So let's check it out. So playing with both hands has a lot of content, so I'm definitely sure about my recommendation from prior videos that you should complete the music reading training course category and get a start on playing scales before you start working on playing with both hands. Now, since this course category has a lot of new concepts, you can expect to be spending significantly more time on this course category than you might have spent on some of the prior ones. But that's perfectly okay. There's a lot of material to cover here, and there's some awesome lessons in this section. Now, one thing that's really cool about this course category is that there are tons of song examples. You can see as I scroll back up here that there's at least one song in each one of the lessons that really help you work on and reinforce whatever the topic is. And they're nicely broken up into parts, and there's also a feature in most of these songs where you will be starting with it at a slower tempo, so like 50% and then 75% before you try playing it at full speed. Okay, so the course category starts off with some simple exercises using both hands together. Then it gets into more challenging new material such as new note values and rests like the eighth note, dotted notes and ties, whole and half rests. And then it gets into teaching you some new sight reading, playing C to G in a higher octave. And along the way, there's a lot of focus on proper hand technique, where you start to learn how to shift your hand position properly, and that does take some getting used to. There are some songs close to the end of this category that really help reinforce the topics you've covered, like this Banks of the Ohio, that has rests, ties, and eighth notes. And then there is a French song that has you playing multiple notes in the left hand at the same time, as well as a lot of variation in the note values. Then the course category finishes off by introducing you to your first chord and includes some simple songs that you can play chorded versions of. Okay, so now on to intermediate piano playing. This category doesn't have quite as many lessons and topics, but it is also quite challenging, so you can expect that this course category is going to take a fair bit of time to work your way through. But once again, there's some awesome material in here, so that's a good thing. It starts off with proper crossover techniques, which are ways to move up and down the keyboard a little more efficiently.
To be able to play more than just 5 keys with one hand smoothly, use the thumb under technique. Tuck your thumb under your fingers without moving your wrist.
Then it goes on to introduce the concept of sharps and flats. Now, there are some rather challenging song examples in these sections that will take some time, but working through them slowly will reinforce the topics and should also be fun and rewarding. And working through these song examples is really going to help you in learning songs that you want to learn from flowkey's huge song database. And while the songs are challenging, they are broken up nicely into parts, and you also get to work on the hands separately before bringing them together, and you also work on them in sections. So you could work on the right hand in this section, then the left hand in this section, and then move on to the next section before you work towards bringing them all together. Then you are introduced to other time signatures like 3/4 and 6/8. And you're given some exercises in how to properly stretch out your hands to skip keys. And then the course category finishes off with the 8th rest and the natural symbol. The final song in this section is a great Simon and Garfunkel song, but as you can see, it's broken up into 8 parts, so it is pretty involved. But it does really a great job of reinforcing pretty much everything that you've covered in this section. So that's my overview on the playing with both hands and intermediate piano playing course categories in flowkey. Both of these sections have a lot of great content and a lot of fun and challenging exercises and songs to help you along. So I'm going to finish off my series on flowkey with my next video, which will be on the mastering chords and improvising with chords categories, which I'm really excited to dive into since my piano training since I started playing has been mostly chord based. Then once that is done, I will also post an overall summary of my thoughts on flowkey, which I must say so far I'm pretty impressed with. So please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos that I post. And if you're ready to give flowkey a try, please click my affiliate link below to choose one of their packages, or you can also just try the free version, which gives you access to only a few of the initial lessons and only 8 out of the songs out of their massive library. But at least you can check out the app that way. So thanks a bunch for watching this video. Go grab a copy of flowkey and happy piano playing.